Hello, I would like to introduce to you the Apello Patient Tracker. It is an advanced patient tracking application that is now available on the iPhone and the iPod Touch. The Apello Patient Tracker can be used by medical students, residents, and physicians in place of cumbersome note cards, patient lists, or PC-based summary sheets. Within this application, data input can occur rapidly and is designed to replace the burden of maintaining handwritten notes, tasks, and patient to-do lists. The Apello Patient Tracker works on a secure data platform where all data transmissions are encrypted to protect both doctor and patient information. To launch the APT, press the Apello Tracker icon located on your device's home screen. The program will now launch and present you with a login screen. From here you can sign up for a new account or log in using your existing username and password. Once your credentials have been verified, the application will save your username and password so that you can automatically log back into your account if you decide to close it or you have chosen to use another program. To disable this feature, you will have to go to the Tools section and press Logout. This will clear your username and password from the login fields and sign you out of the application. Keep in mind, any data that's not saved will also be cleared from the app. This is a best practice feature that is intended to be used whenever you are finished using your Apello Tracker. For example, at the end of your day or shift, or any time you may not have your device in your possession. Once you are logged in, you will be presented with the patient's category screen. From here you'll be able to quickly view a patient's name, code status, room number, number of days under care, and admit diagnosis. There are also color status buttons to the left of all patients. These are free cycling buttons that the user can use in any way they wish, whether it's to identify patients that still need to be seen or to set order of importance for care. This is strictly up to you. You may also reset them at any time by using the upper left menu button and selecting the Reset Colors button. This will reset them all to gray. From this menu, you may also refresh your patient list and sort patients according to their name, room number, or days in the hospital. There is also a Categories button. By default, all patients created will be placed in the Unfiled category. You may edit this or add a new category whenever you like. For example, if your hospital has two different locations that you work from, you can add both and file patients accordingly. You may also delete or change the name of these categories at any time. We suggest that you leave the Unfiled category as is. The reason for this is if you delete a category you have made, all of these patients will by default move to the Unfiled category. Returning to the main patient list, you will see the Categories button at the top. Pressing it will bring up the list of locations you have entered. You can now switch and view patients listed only under that category. Selecting all categories will return you to the master list. I will now show you how to create a new patient and then move them from one category to another. To create a new patient, press the down arrow button in the upper right of the screen while in the patient category view. Now select Add New Patient. You will now be in the Add Patient screen. From here you will be required to enter at least the patient's name, date of birth, and category to get started. You will also be able to enter other information such as admit diagnosis, code status, admission date, medical record, and other doctor information. After you have completed entering this information, press the Save button in the upper right of your display. This will add your patient and return you to the patient category screen. From here, you may now select the patient and begin to administer care. Selecting a patient will then take you into their own personal database of information. The first thing you will see is the patient info screen. This screen gives you a quick overview of the patient's profile. To edit it, press the arrow in the upper left corner of your display. This will take you to the Edit Patient screen. When finished, press Save and you will return to the main patient category page. I will now give you a quick overview of the main patient care area. This is the core data entry points for our application. The first thing we will look at is problems. Here you will be able to view the patient's reason for admittance, problems and actions, directives, and finally disposition and sign out. To add any of these areas, press the plus symbol in the upper right of your display. You will now be presented with a list of pre-filled problems. If you do not see the problem you were looking for, you can add it on your own by pressing the New button in the upper right-hand corner. Once added, it will return you to the list to select it. You may also select multiple problems from this list as long as you intend to enter them into one subcategory. You are now taken to the screen about your selected problem. From here you can add free text comments about the problem and select any of the 4 subcategories for it to be listed in. You may also apply a date depending upon its relevance. Pressing the Save button will apply it to your patient and return you to the Problems section. You can also manage existing problems from this list by pressing them and selecting either Edit or Delete. The second is Meds and Allergies. In this area, you can enter and manage medications that your patient is currently on, along with those you prescribe yourself. You can also further separate them into subcategories, such as inpatient meds, outpatient meds, allergies, and discontinued. To add a medication, press the plus button on your display. You will now be taken to a large pre-filled list of some of the most common medications. To add to the list, press the New button in the upper right. You can now add your own medication. Click OK, and it will return you to the master list where you can now select the med you have just entered. This will take you to the medication input page, where you will be able to select a date for your med, enter a quick note, select a category, and then enter a dosage with specific instructions. Press the Save button and your medication will be applied. The same edit and delete and multiple selection rules apply here you saw in the Problems section. This is true almost in all categories in our application. The third area is Results. From here you can enter and view results from tests you have issued to your patient. These categories include labs, micro, nursing, procedures, and radiology, all of which have their own pre-filled lists to use or add to yourself. Each of the subcategories also have unique input methods to apply to your patient. The fourth area is dedicated to family history and social history. In this section, you will be able to enter in crucial family information, such as cancers or genetic abnormalities that have run throughout a family on either side. It will also allow you to track social habits, such as smoking, drinking, hobbies, and other activities. The fifth section is the patient to-do list. You can enter any information you would like in this section and apply it to the subcategories listed. Those categories are on-call, inpatient, and outpatient. The sixth and last section is the notes area. From here you can enter anything from a quick blurb to acute in-depth information about your patient that may not apply to one of the other 5 categories. The next item I would like to show you is the Doctors tab. The Doctors tab is located at the bottom middle portion of your display. Selecting it will bring up a list of doctors you have entered that you have a patient relationship with. Doctors can be added by pressing the plus symbol in the upper right hand side of your display. This will bring up the doctor contact sheet that is similar to the patient entry one. From here you can enter the doctor's name, contact numbers, email address, and even their area of practice. Click Save when you are done and the doctor will be added to your list. This is a great way to apply a doctor to a patient once he is entered. This can be done while adding a new patient or editing an existing one.